This week, March 17th through March 23rd, you might feel hypersensitive to the energy around you, followed by a burst of confidence and decisiveness. And that energy can really push you to take action. And when the sun conjuncts Venus later on in the week, your values may be at the forefront of your mind. And I have a great exercise for you to use on that day to really utilize this energy in its highest potential. So stick around for that. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm your intuitive astrologer, Brandy Kahn, and I approach astrology from a psychological perspective due to my educational background in psychology and also my work helping people to shift their mindsets as an RTT therapist. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can join me on this astro journey each week and learn how to utilize the energy of the transits to help you step into your highest potential. For our transits this week, we will begin with the Sun conjunct the North Node at 27 degrees of Pisces on Monday, March 17th. And in astrology, the Sun represents our ego, identity, and vitality. And when the North Node conjuncts a planet, it can have an intensifying effect and make the themes of that planet much stronger. Now, I've trained for many years as an evidential and trance medium. And so when I feel into the energy of the planets together, I literally get a feeling in my body. And when I energetically tap into this combination of the Sun with the North Node, I immediately feel like I've had too much caffeine and I'm overly wired. There's this unrelenting energy, and I feel like I just need to go for it and get everything done and go for all of my goals. And you may notice this on that day, and you might have a ton of energy, and you might even feel a little bit jittery and agitated. Now, the key here is to use this energy to align with your destiny for this lifetime. So use this energy to catapult yourself forward into your soul's path instead of further away from it. On Wednesday, March 19th, the Sun will conjunct Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces. Again, the Sun represents our ego, identity, and vitality. And Neptune is the planet of dissolution and transcendence. Now, the energy of the Sun combined with the energy of Neptune can make us feel very tuned into our emotions and very sensitive. You might notice that you're more sensitive to bright lights, loud noises, or strong smells. But this also can be emotional sensitivity as well. Or you may find that you're very aware of the energy of the spaces, the places, and the people around you. You might also feel more inclined to meditate or to play music or to create art. And if so, lean into those activities on this day. Now, on the other side, you might feel a little bit confused or indecisive, or it might be difficult for you to maintain your boundaries. Be gentle with yourself during this transit. Your energy levels may feel low, and you may need to allow yourself to have rest and space away from others. And if so, that's okay. Next, on Thursday, March 20th, the Sun will move into the fire sign of Aries. And think about what that means, because for the past month, we've had the Sun in the water sign of Pisces, which represents spirituality, creativity, and compassion. So now the Sun, the source of our energy, moves into the forward moving and initiating sign of Aries. And when I channel the energy of the Sun in Aries, I literally feel like a warrior, and I feel like that I am here to conquer and I'm here to achieve. I feel victorious and confident and unstoppable. It's a total change. These signs feel completely different. So if you've been thinking about starting a new business or a new project, you may feel like you are ready to go. But you need to remember one thing. From March 15th all the way through April 7th, we are in Mercury retrograde. So you still may be in the planning phase with your ideas. And on Friday, March 21st, Venus retrograde at 3 degrees of Aries will sextile Pluto at 3 degrees of Aquarius. Venus represents love, relationships, beauty, and money, and Pluto is the transformer, the transmuter, the psychologist. And during this transit, you may feel empowered from changes that you are making in your relationships and in your friendships and partnerships. Remember, the energy of Venus in retrograde has been causing us to really question what needs to change in our relating style. So now, with the energy from Pluto, you may be able to really see and understand things at a very deep level. You may be able to really understand the psychological dynamics, not only behind your relationship behaviors, but also around how you spend your money and what your beliefs about love are. And once we understand something, for some reason, everything clicks. And that makes it easier to heal and to integrate whatever we are trying to move past much quicker. Now, this healing aspect might come full circle for you during the next sextile between these two planets at the beginning of May. On Saturday, March 22nd, the Sun at 2 degrees of Aries will conjunct Venus retrograde at 2 degrees of Aries. This is a cazimi because Venus will be in the heart of the Sun, and the themes of Venus retrograde will be illuminated by the light of the Sun during this time. So there could be purification, releasing, and healing of dysfunctional patterns in regard to how we conduct ourselves in our relationships and how we spend our time and money. How we define beauty. Is it based on superficial external appearances, or can we see beyond that to the level of the soul? And also, what are our values? And I'm telling you, life gets so much easier if you know what your values are. Try this exercise. I did it with my teenagers. So if you are a parent, this could be really helpful for you as well. Go to Google and search for a list of values. And several choices should come up. Click on one of them, and in many of these lists, they have 50 to 75 words of different values. So go through the list and pick out your top 5 values and commit them to your memory. And then when a challenging situation comes up and you are not sure what to do, go with the choice that best aligns with one of your top 5 values. So you will be using your values as your compass through life. And like I mentioned earlier, this could be very helpful for adolescents or teenagers who are navigating their way through the world. And finally, on Sunday, March 23rd, the Sun at 3 degrees of Aries will sextile Pluto at 3 degrees of Aquarius. Now, the Sun is our sense of self and our identity, and Pluto really is the planet of power. So during this transit, you may notice a greater sense of confidence. You may feel more empowered about reaching your goals and knowing that you can achieve them. You might also gain some inner clarity about your personal psychology and the way that your mind works. So, for example, you may notice that you are more productive when your surroundings are clean and organized. Or you might notice that you operate better during the day if you get up early. So take note of any realizations that come to you during this time, because more than likely, these will be from your higher self. And these realizations can help you to live at your highest potential. So those are the transits for this week. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment. I'd love to hear from you. And until next week, set your intention to use this energy in the highest way possible to really align with the highest version of yourself. Have a great week.